would know whether or not he signed it.
I'm asking if you've uncovered any of that information.
No, but I've uncovered, the human mind. I was in a debate with the human mind.
What I'm getting ready to show you is an example of stellar journalism, of how to ask a question of Donald Trump, and by extension, how to carry this practice forth and ask Republicans to hold their feet to the fire. Do not allow them to answer a question, give an answer to a question that wasn't asked. Donald Trump yesterday really laid bare this entire conspiracy theory and lie about the Autopen from Joe Biden. That everything Joe Biden did in his administration is null and void. It is moot because Autopen was used. Even though Donald Trump uses Autopen, right? It makes no sense whatsoever, but it's a distraction. This isn't about the content of what he said, even though it's weird and wrong and stupid. It's about the journalist who asked the question, and the follow-up was pressed. He made sure that he was going to get an answer to the question that he asked. So Jake Tapper, you could take a lesson from whoever this was. I don't know the journalist who asked the question. Kristen Welker, hey, pay attention, sister. You could learn something from this. Margaret Brennan, everybody else out there who has the privilege of a position within American media to ask questions of elected officials. This is how you do it. This guy asks, have you uncovered evidence that anything was signed without Biden's knowledge? And Donald Trump tries to answer a different question than that. He says something about, well, I don't think Biden even knew what, blah, 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 blah. And the journalist says, I'm asking you if you've uncovered anything. It's a bold move to stand inside the Oval Office of the White House, the home and workspace of the President of the United States, and to say, no, I'm asking you what you know. It's a big deal. Watch this.
Somebody said Autopen.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Because I think it's the biggest scandal maybe in the last 100 years in this country. So when I hear that word, I think it has to be discussed, because the fake news will try and hide it, and we can't do that.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Have you uncovered any evidence that anything specific was signed without President Biden's knowledge or by other people in the administration acting illegally?
Well, I don't think Biden would know whether or not he signed it.
I'm asking if you've uncovered any of that information.
No, but I've uncovered, the human mind. I was in a debate with the human mind, and I didn't think he knew what the hell he was doing. So, it's just one of those things, one of those problems. We can't ever allow that to happen to our country. The danger our country was in. And I know some of the people that worked with him, radical left, horrible people. And I could give you the name of some of the people that use the Autopen, because I'm here, and I ask questions about people that were here also. There are a lot of people that were here when that happened, and they're here right now, and they'll answer your question very accurately. But I know some of the people that use that Autopen, and those are not the people that had the same ideology as Joe Biden. These were radical left lunatics that used that, and they didn't get elected. He didn't get elected either, actually. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad.
A few things here. One, Donald Trump was desperate. He's practically begging someone. Did somebody say Autopen? I go, it's very, okay, yo. One final question. Did somebody say Autopen? Ask me about Autopen. He's desperate to talk about it because it's a distraction, because it serves his rhetorical goals. It serves to be a distraction from all of the other things that are taking place right now, because it's a go nowhere issue. It's akin to James Comer's endless nonsense investigations that go nowhere, that provide nothing, that end up with no resolution, with no prosecutions, with no legislation to change the rules, none of that. It's just a distraction, something Republicans are very good at. If we look back in history, the Benghazi hearings went nowhere. Dragging Hillary Clinton before a committee to ask her about her use of classified this or that, it went nowhere. It could have gone somewhere. She improperly used a server and used her private email address for official State Department business. I'm not going to give her a pass on it. A lot of people don't like that I don't. It's wrong. She said, well, Colin Powell did it. He was wrong too. It's wrong. It's a distraction, though. That went nowhere. Have you uncovered evidence that anything was signed without Biden's knowledge? I don't think Biden would even know. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you if you've uncovered any information. You are, after all, the president of the United States of America, the most powerful political leader on the planet. Don't you have access to voluminous intelligence reports? Don't you have access to inside your White House, the same building that Joe Biden worked in? Don't you have some access to some information? Nope. He says, nope, but I've uncovered the human mind. I was in a debate with the human mind. Very, very reassuring, Donald Trump. You do have words. You do have the best words. You have a brain, a very fine brain. You love the poorly educated. And you've had a debate with the human mind. This should be the scandal of the century. The worst scandal in 100 years, or whatever metric he gave there. The worst scandal in 100 years is that we have an abject moron as president of the United States who has some kind of a hypnotic trance and power over a wide swath of the electorate who follow him and everything that he says, even the most outlandish things, and they run with it. It's very curious because he's saying Joe Biden used an Autopen and didn't know what was going on. I thought Joe Biden was executed in 2020 and replaced by a robot clone. You also said that. So which is it? Donald Trump, big-brained, best words, Donald Trump. Which is it? Did Joe Biden do something inappropriate and all of his policies should be done away with because of that? Or was he a robot clone? But it can't be both. But you see, it doesn't matter because MAGA, they're hanging on every single word. Those that remain that weren't, didn't bifurcate and go off and follow Elon Musk in his accusations about Donald Trump being a child rapist and child molester with Jeffrey Epstein. Anyway, I would love to know what you think about this. This is journalism. This is how to do it. Masterclass put on for your education. Jake Tapper, Kristen Welker, and the rest of the mainstream media that can't hold a politician to answer a question, or at the very least, at the end of the interview, after having gotten no answers, saying, well, we're going to end the interview here, having gotten no resolution to any of the questions that we've asked because you refuse to answer in an upfront manner. That's what needs to be done. You either get the answer or you highlight that you didn't get the answer. Anyway, what do you think? You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Please consider, I would ask that you subscribe. One, it's free. Click the subscribe button. Join this community of people who are concerned about this country and doing everything they can within their power to fight back against fascism. And two, for $2 a month, you can become a channel member right here, supporting this work in independent media, or to go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/idoubtitpodcast, or even, not even better, but alternatively, if there's somebody else out there in independent media that does something for you, support that person. There's all kinds of creators out there, small and large, who could use your $2 a month. It doesn't have to be me. Obviously, it would help me if it's me, but if it's somebody else, signal boost independent media and do what you can to support it. It's very important now more than ever. And if this isn't an example of that, I don't know what is. Anyway, follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore. I would love to see you there. And I will see you next time. Have a great weekend. Be genuine. Take care of one another.